Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm still in the Washington DC area, specifically the Kenilworth Aquatic Gardens, which is a national park located in northeastern Washington DC. It's directly across the Anacostia River from the National Arboretum. And my daughter used to live very near here, and I'm visiting my daughter, although she no longer lives in this specific area. So I've taken the opportunity on my last day in town to come down here and look for two things: birds primarily, and I'm hoping I'll catch some bald eagles because I know there are several that roost and breed in the area, but also any other birds that may be around. This particular aquatic garden is known for not only birds but also its lily pad, lilies, water lily, and lotus flowers, which you can see across the way here. Both of which are still in bloom, specifically the lotuses. So I'm definitely going to get over there and take some shots later. But first I want to do some birding. Often see some waterfowl, raptors, woodpeckers, pretty much everything you can expect. A month from now, this will be a great stopping ground for migratory birds, warblers, etc. So we'll see what we see. So let's go down the trail, and I'm going to first go out to the overlook over the marshland. All right, I'm looking right now at a great blue heron. I'm not quite sure if it's a mature individual. But he's standing there very pensive. I'm going to get some video footage of it, shoot a few stills. I hope I can capture it making a strike at a fish. That's not guaranteed. They stand very still, wait for something to come within reach, and then they slowly coil their neck, bend down, and strike. That would be a really cool sequence to capture either in video or in still. So I'm going to put you down, shoot a little bit, and then whatever footage I capture, you're going to see. So the heron is still on the pond, not having much luck catching anything other than maybe flies, water bugs, stuff like that. So I'm going to move on. If I know my birds, he may still be here for an hour, either in that pond or one of the other ones. But in the interim, I'm going to walk out to that overlook that I mentioned before and see what water birds I can see over there. I've arrived at the platform out by the Anacostia River. Water levels are very low right now, and actually that's not surprising because the whole northeastern United States, actually the whole North America, has been in extended heat wave and drought for most of the summer. So last time I was here, water was almost right up to the platform, but right now the closest open water is about 100 yards out or more. Oh, well, there's an egret. Some guy just told me they saw an egret before, and the egret has just landed. So I'm going to try and get some footage of it, if I can find it amongst the water lilies or whatever those plants are, because they're quite high, and the bird is, while it's not as tall as one might think, it's going to be hard to find it. In fact, I already have lost it. So I'll see if I can get my camera to focus in on it. I'll put the extender back on. I had taken it off before for the footage that I used earlier, and so that'll give me basically a 420 to 700 lens in effect. And if I go into crop mode, that makes it even a longer lens. So I'll see if I can find that egret, and I'll You know, if I get anything, you'll see it, and if I don't, you won't. All right, well, there's nothing going on over here right now. There's one raptor that I shot, I think it's a vulture of some kind, in flight, way up overhead. And that egret that I saw before settled down way across the river, like 1,000,000 miles away. I got some footage of it, but I don't think it's gonna be any good. So I want to take the trail that leads down to the Anacostia River and see if I can spot either of those raptors or some other birds along the water or in the nearby trees. Well, my GoPro decided to crap out on me. I think it overheated. So I'm shooting this on my phone. I don't know if you can see it, but there's an egret that had landed almost right in front of me. And he's now in the middle of the marsh. And there's another one in the back of the marsh as I was heading back towards the Anacostia River Trail. So I've gotten some stills of it already. I'll show you the rest of what I shot right here. All right, my GoPro is now back operational. I had to reseat the battery, and hopefully it won't conk out on me again. It may have just overheated. So I'm on my way to the Anacostia Trail. You can hear some, whoops, you can hear some bongo drums in the background. It's a band in the parking lot. Had to come all the way to the parking lot to get to the river trail. But this is the way there. So about another quarter mile up, we'll get to be the river. Hopefully we'll see some more birds. Saw a cardinal fly across the path just now as I was talking. But so far, again, bird activity is quiet. It's early afternoon, it's the heat of the day, so I think for the most part, a lot of them are just trying to chill out like most people are this time of day and this time of year. But we'll see what we see when I get up to the river. So I'm at the river trail, and the first thing I'm seeing is a group of what appear to be tree swallows. I think they're probably immature fledglings, but you know, even though they're fully fledged and capable of flight and feeding themselves, they will beg for food as long as their parents will keep feeding them. So I've seen this before. All of the young, or at least several of them, will sit in the same place, wait for their parents to come back and feed them. So I want to try and, here comes one now. They feed them actually in flight. There might be a little fledgling. Here comes, it looks like the two parents are right there too. So I want to see what footage I can get of them. And whatever I capture, you're going to see. Hopefully it's both video and photo, but I don't know. All right, I'm going to make it a video. It's hot, birds are settled down. Once again, I feel to take my own advice of getting out early to shoot when the birds are most active. So take that all for your own advisement. But I did run into a fellow YouTuber. His name is, his channel is Bobcat Arts. And he told me basically he does art and sculpture and all kinds of random stuff. So I'll put a link to his channel below. In the interim, if you liked what you see from my channel and want to see more of it, please give me a subscription and a like. Any comments, any feedback you have about my channel, and things I can do differently, or what you'd like me to do next. And I'll see you very soon. Bye. I'm still in the Maryland and Washington, D.C. area, specifically the Kenilworth Aquatic Gardens. This is a national park located in northwestern Washington, D.C., directly across the Anacostia River from the, I'm still in the Maryland and D.C. area, specifically the Kenilworth Aquatic Gardens, which is a national park located in northwestern Washington, D.C. Northwestern, it's northeastern. He's an artist and sculptor, and he's just new to the platform himself, so we'll see how that goes.